Today, I'm going to continue talking about the media, self-image, body image, and self-esteem, and how the media really skews what femininity, masculinity, females, males, what beauty is, what value is, and how these things are all around us, whether it's on TV screen, whether it's on our cell phones that we all love, whether it's on Instagram, Snapchat, um, marketing, TV commercials, trying to sell us goods or products, all these implicit messages that get into our brains that maybe we don't connect the dots to, but settle into our brains. And then when we start thinking about what is beauty, what is it to be a male, what is it to be a female, what is it to be masculine, what is it to be feminine, and how these messages come in to our minds, and then inevitably for 99.9% of us, we can't live up to those standards because those standards aren't realistic in the first place, and how that affects our self-esteem. I talk all the time, middle school students, it's a tough time in your life, going through puberty, socially trying to connect, maybe becoming romantically interested in other people. You start becoming more aware of yourself, how you're different from other people. As human beings, we're all very insecure, myself included, your teachers included, your parents included. And these media messages that we get do not help our self-esteem at all. So, talked about females and femininity last week. This week I'm going to focus more on males and these messages that we get from being male, of what it is to be a male, or how you need to be or should be to be a male. And so let's get rocking and rolling on that. The message I want everyone to get is just be the best version of yourself you can be. There's only so many things we can control in life. Each and every one of you are beautiful in your own way. Each and every one of you are awesome in your own way. Just be Bob. Focus on being the best version of yourself you can be, and let everything else be what it's going to be. So let's get rock and rolling on this Bob lesson. Hope you guys go out and make it a great week. All right, this week's Bob lesson, as promised, is called Media, Body Image, and Self-Esteem, Part 2. But first, let's be our best this week at HMS. Let's be safe, let's be responsible, let's be respectful, and as always, let's be a learner.
So self-esteem and body issues. At least when I hear that as a topic, my first thought goes like, oh, that's normally a conversation for women. But at least for me, I definitely have a lot of those issues. You know, I'm not the tallest guy. I'm not like long and lean and ripped in this kind of way. I obviously don't fit that mold, and I never have.
I see pictures of like male models on Instagram, like I could be doing better.
Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I feel so good. And then sometimes I feel like I don't even want to come out from under the covers.
People tell me not to lose my self-control. People tell me to be flawless. People tell me not to let myself evolve. And I think I don't really get it. I think it's all just a peculiar game. And soon I wake up and I forget it. And everyone will know me by a different name.
Oh, the media. Oh gosh. How does the media define our bodies? I think it sucks that the media defines our bodies, because it doesn't give us a whole lot of room for us to be ourselves and be comfortable in who we are. It's taken me, and I still struggle with it to this day. I'm 30 years old, and I struggle with it every single day.
I think the media has kind of fueled the emphasis of us looking a certain way. I think before it was about your swagger and your confidence. Right. Now it's becoming more physical.
I want it to be stronger. I want it to be everything for you.
Oh, hey, I think you know everybody here.
Wait, really, can't you?
Oh, no, don't worry. Just keep your hands and feet away from his mouth.
Don't you have any respect for yourself?
This is absolutely gross. That boy is a P.I.G. pig.
If I could be stronger, would you believe?
Guys, don't go in there. This is breaking and entering.
Schrader, come on. Don't be scared.
Scared? I'm not scared. You're scared.
Schrader, you were scared to try the new flavor of Dr. Pepper.
I told you that in confidence, Hans.
Schrader, you were afraid when your tooth fell out because you were terrified of the tooth fairy.
That's actually legit.
Okay.
Fine, whatever, dude. Stay here. Fine, I will. Okay, guys, seriously. I don't want to be here alone when the walls start to bleed.
Better, baby.
Beginning of good things.
Schrader, what the hell was that?
This is embarrassing.
Are you kidding?
It'd be really cool if you guys wouldn't tell people I scream like that.
I think it all just goes back to like that caveman mentality of like the bigger, stronger, more prominent male is going to be the one to attract the most women.
I held my breath every time. I tried to keep myself dry, but did I ask too much? If I could do it.
I actually, when I was in college, I was getting really bad acid reflux, and I was having really bad digestive problems. It turned out I didn't have a problem per se with acid reflux. I had a problem with overeating, and I would overeat, and I'd go to the gym, and I'd gorge myself trying to get bigger. But
Would you believe what I said? That I still want that rush. And I think I don't really get it. I think it's all just up like you did.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that even when you watch something like the 300, you're like, all right, obviously these are guys who just live in the gym, blah, 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 and that's all true. But even if you live in the gym, you're not going to look like that.
Yeah, they're gonna spray in those abs to shadow it to make it look
Amazing.
like a comic book.
Yeah.
And everyone will know me by a different name. I want it to be stronger.
I think my freshman year of college, I was like 245. And at the end of my freshman year, I got a talking to from my department about my weight. And they were like, you're like a pop singer and you're tenor. You're never going to work. So I signed up for this clinic out here. I lost 60 pounds in 2.5 months going to this clinic. And I came back to college and they were like, well, now you're in between skinny.
Damn, wow.
And it's very embarrassing as a man to say it, but I had a full-on eating disorder.
We need to be willing to broaden the definition of what handsome and sexy means. What my body should look like and what your body should look like are completely different things. I don't know that there is a perfect what a male body should look like, because I've seen beautiful male and female bodies in all different shapes and sizes. Heaving giant muscles, I think it makes those of us, and I include myself in that are diminutive and skinny, small dudes like it.
All right, let's finish talking about some of the characteristics that the media sends us about how males or masculinity should be. They should be masculine. They should be the breadwinners of the house when you get a little bit older. They're the ones that make all the money. Rough and rugged, aggressive. They should have short hair. They should be dirty from working. Flawless. They should be muscular. They should be handsome. They should be fearless. They should be lean. Should be insensitive, meaning not having feelings or not talking about their feelings. They should be ripped. They should be a leader. They should be tall. They should be independent. They should be loud and boisterous. And they should be a provider. And these are the things that the messages media sends to us, that to fit inside the box of being masculine or being a man, you must be these things. And these are faulty messages that we are getting. And I want everybody to know that fitting inside this box, life's not about fitting inside a box. Life's about being the best version of yourself, whether you're a man or a woman and you have masculine or feminine traits, because we're all very different, and there are many, many, many different shades of gray, and we're all built and made exactly how we're supposed to be. And our main focus should just be on being the best version of ourselves we can be. All right, this week's quote of the week is, love who you are and love one another, folks. That's what this is all about. All right, this week's Jelly Bean Question of the Week winners, Deegan Helms and Cora Helms, Kai Blyesmith, Hanahan, Vivian, George Pareto, and Paisley Rice. The answer on the clock was A. It moved like 90 degrees, both hands, each rotation. All right, this week's Jelly Bean Question of the Week. What is 3/7 chicken, 2/3 cat, and 2/4, which would also be half, goat? If you think you know your answer, submit your answer to the Bob box. I went through many correct answers just now with no first or last names, or I couldn't read it. Don't be one of those people. Tune in next week, see if you're a winner. All right, Bobcats, let's make it a great week at the Helena Middle School.